watching me, they're watching you, but mostly me. The CIA are watching me, they're watching me. Wake up in the morning and they hit me with their laser beams. TV people are in on it, it's a big psychic conspiracy. This aliens have so... I rewrote a lot of the songs.
You didn't even practice. There was no warm-up. You just pulled out your guitar and started fucking playing. The fact that you got that far is a goddamn, like, I
rewrote a lot of it, and I don't have it in front of me, because I rewrote, like,
it doesn't matter, just do it. Whatever. Yeah. Just do it. There's 3 people are going to listen to it, and it's going to be like us, maybe.
One of my coworkers.
And like
I'm sharing this all over the place.
Yeah, dude, I'm
gonna go to work
on the red juice.
I'm gonna make mixtapes and just throw them on desks.
The Imager net and the.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna be bigger than that one guy.
If we get front page, bro, we get at least a good 2,000 people. Did you hear these bugs? They're goddamn idiots.
I feel better about my life now. We're giving off as like a cure for depression.
Oh.
Exercise. I hear exercise is really good, but whatever.
I'm telling you, man. No, I'm telling you. You gotta be in a very dark place.
To what? Sorry, I'm
to be in this room? What?
No, it's to write a song. So, I'm gonna preface all of this by saying that I started this whole endeavor by saying... I don't know. I was insane at one point. I was like legitimately, you could call me like clinically insane. Brian, you're insane. And I'd be like, no, I'm not.
Well, were you covered in peanut butter when you said you were sane?
Close.
Very close to that.
Was it a different color?
Like different color peanut butter? Yes.
Okay.
It was more like, what?
Oh, you meant poop. Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Like... I don't know, I was like doing shrooms and also methamphetamines, which you should not do. No, don't do that. Don't.
Just one or the other kids.
No, don't do meth. Don't do meth. It's not good. Like, shrooms are okay in good set and setting. That's the idea, is you do it in a good set and setting. Like, you have a good frame of mind. Like, I'm going to enjoy this today. And they're like, I'm in a good place. Okay,
let's back up here.
But
now,
meth,
how did we get to meth and shrooms?
Because I thought that I was going to unlock the secrets of psychic communication. Yes, I was crazy.
That's not a joke. You literally thought that at some point.
I thought that I could see satellites in the sky. Like, I was just going to be like...
Wait a minute.
An hour-long conversation about that.
Yeah, it was fucking bonkers,
wait a
dude.
minute, you can't see satellites in the sky, though.
No, I saw them. I didn't just see them. I could point at them.
No,
That's
you can see satellites.
No,
He's talking about, like, at any point in time, he can be like, there's...
I'm messing with you.
I understand. You should, because it's a fucking ridiculous-ass idea. So, here was I thinking, like, in any old room of wherever I was, like, you could just... I could be, like, in any old place, like, at my work, and I'd just be like, that motherfucking satellite. And I'd just, like, point in some random direction. I fucking see you looking at me there. You're looking at me.
Just kind of slowly follow it.
Yeah, exactly. Just like slowly follow it. Like an hour later, it's somewhere else.
That's
like
how you know he's pointing at the
still
ceiling.
there.
And even though like the hour-long conversation we had at work, we all like figured out eventually where we are oriented on the Earth. It wouldn't be in this. Like there would be some in the sky, but there'd be mostly like through and around and behind you and shit because the way satellites orbit the fucking.
You guys figure out the satellite orbit.
Dude, I went on Google Maps and was like, oh, hold on. So based on the telemetry, and I just went crazy for like 9 minutes.
Here's the thing: is that I already knew that, and that's the problem.
And you didn't even bother telling me. You just let me figure it out on my own.
I kept on trying to tell you. It's like, no, it's over there, dude. Like, I was just, like, always, like, pointing, like, to the south. I was like, the fucking orbital belt is to the south. It's over there.
And I kept doing this, like, this airplane thing with my arms. I'm like, it would be in a ring. Like this.
I'm sorry. I mean, like, imagine Einstein if he thought that the aliens were trying to get him.
It's more like a cone.
You know, like if Einstein thought that aliens were trying to get him, he would come up with the most fucking brain hatch fucking plan. Like he would think that they were just like fucking orbiting out of fucking bonkers ass space. Like they just like bent the fucking universe to just like try and find Einstein.
Okay, explain the psychic communication. What was the purpose of the psychic communication? Who were we communicating with?
I thought that I just evolved it out of nowhere, and so I could find their satellites because they could find me.
Whose satellites?
The CIA.
Okay, the CIA.
The CIA are watching me. They're watching you, but mostly me. The CIA are watching me. They're watching me. Yeah, they're watching me.
Okay, I'm just checking.
That was the weirdest second verse we've ever had. We talked for like at least 8 minutes.
I don't know. I was waiting for you to interrupt me. I guess you're welcome
No,
to.
that's not the point. You just sing the friggin' song. I don't give a shit.
I guess.
I'm like, you don't have to.
I think that was it.
I don't have all the lyrics in front of me, man. My phone's still in charge. So.
Good news is I just turned on my microphone. So there's two switches.
Did you seriously?
There's two fucking switches. I forgot about the second
Son
one.
of a.
Hey, Colin.
No, it should have been moving up and down.
Who's this guy that just walked in
You
the
should have
room?
looked at the recording.
Oh, Scott, you're there!
Son of a.
Holy shit! Teleported in front of me.
Okay,
man.
so on the recording,
I thought you were a ghost.
It should.
I gotta
the
take a
little thing
piss.
should bounce.
I'm sorry, but
That's what you're trying to tell me.
Yes.
I shouldn't swear, but I need to like.
It doesn't matter. We're all going to hell.
No, go ahead and go piss with the mic on, dude. Like, this is what we do.
Where is it at? I don't know the direction to go.
I know, right? You don't even know where the door's at.
Wait for hell.
Okay, the door's right
There
there.
is no door. It's
Just
just
like,
all
just
foil.
wearing
It's
space
just
foil.
all fucking foil.
The mighty space station will not be mocked. We're safe. The space station.
It's just, you go out the door,
Where did you get
you
this?
take a left at
Where did you get this?
Amazon.
You take a left at the fridge, and the bathroom's right in front.
Yeah. It's a little grody because I'm a terrible person, but
It's all good. I'm probably worse.
Sorry.
did you seriously not? How
I
did?
thought it was a static display. I didn't know it would
Should we
move up
just
and down.
stop?
Yeah, it does. That's how you know it's on.
Keeping this in.
Oh, sweet cheese and Jesus.
I know, I did the same thing. It's like, yes.
Your call will be answered once the line is available.
Is my phone on?
Huh?
Is my phone on?
It just takes a while. Holy Christmas, that's a long boot up time.
Yes, it is.
Where's it going? The moon? Is it talking to satellites?
We know where they are. I mean,
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could even point them out to you.
Oh, jeez.
Is it calibrated right? Because I'll tell you.
God, does it need to be calibrated? What
It's
is
over
this?
there, man. They're looking at me. All right, this is plenty of battery power.
For lyrics?
So part of the song, I was really drunk last night when I was finishing it up. So, you'll find that's where I get a lot of my inspiration. Is just, I
The slow, delicious self-destruction that is American lifestyle?
yes, bacon,
Exactly.
bacon.
Fruit of the gods.
category 1 carcinogen. Give me cancer.
Tastes so good. At least I know I'm doing it to myself.
You guys been to a place on 8th Street? Bacon.
No.
I never want to go to that place actually because I hate bacon.
I gotta try it once.
It's
Supposedly,
not my fault because I actually love the taste of bacon. I love bacon. Like the taste of bacon is like, it tastes so very good. But then, like, as soon as it hits my stomach, I'm like, I don't feel good anymore. And it's because I have food sensitivities. I have ADHD, and part of that is food sensitivities. Like, if I have too much food, too much artificial sweeteners, or too much, just fried foods, I instantly feel like a ball of crap, and I can't do anything. I can't even think. You're gonna be like, Brian, what's 2 + 2? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of my face. It's because I had too much bacon today. I'm sorry.
Damn, that sucks.
That's devastating.
It does suck.
Let me just go back to my bowl of bacon.
You go ahead and enjoy that
That's like
bacon.
the sound effects for like a demon and doom,
I'm not
dude.
going to stop you from enjoying your bacon.
I know, I'm just...
That one sound effects.
Just wanted me to know.
He just
wanted me to know that people eat bacon.
I don't care if he has an upset tummy. He eats that bacon and till he becomes mad. Till he just bloats up and just curls, his little legs curl in. And it's...
I have become masculine in every way.
Eugenics is the only answer. If you can't eat bacon, you don't deserve to live.
You know who else can't eat bacon? The pigs that give us bacon.
No, actually, they can eat bacon.
Yeah, but it really fucks with them.
It fucks with people if
Like,
they
what
eat human
kind
meat, I
of-
guess. I don't know.
Like cannibalism, though.
Yeah.
They start eating people.
Oh god. Bacon is people.
It can be.
So Soylent is actually now selling their product offline.
Oh yeah, the fucking protein shakes?
Yeah.
I remember seeing just the name Soylent in the refrigerator going, why'd they pick that? I get it's white.
They start color coding it. Soylent white, Soylent red, Soylent blue. And then they're like, Soylent green.
Yellow.
And you're like, rebrand. Soylent mint.
That's right.
Soylent
There.
Cacao.
verdant.
They call it cacao is the chocolate one.
Soylent
It's not even
leafy.
chocolate. Yeah.
Pick a different word.
They're totally going with different words
Even
now.
though I drink liquefied people, I don't give a fuck. If it was good for me, I'd take it. I don't give a shit.
It's just like a bacon shake.
Life isn't fucking precious. There's 7.5 billion of us. You could turn me into a drink, and I'd be like, well,
You'd be like Splash Splash, because you'd be a drink.
I'd be like squash.
Squashle.
I mean, I'd try to be like, no, I'd put up resistance, but then at the end of the day, I'd be dead and it wouldn't fucking matter. And would anybody miss me? I guess on an emotional level, but it's not like I contributed a lot.
Have you ever watched the trailer
man.
for that movie? It ruins the whole movie out of the gate. You don't even need to watch the movie because the trailer gives the whole movie away. The entire movie. It's like a 15-minute long trailer. It's like, what is Soylent Green? And then it's just like,
It's people!
they basically just give it. It's just 15 minutes of like, in a world gone mad, what is Soylent Green? It's just
In a world gone mad.
It's just like John Bogarty must find out what.
Bogarty?
I couldn't think of the character's name. But it was just,
I like the last name, Bogarty.
must find out what's
That's his
in
name.
Soylent Green.
What are you going to
Bogarty.
make fun of his
In a
name?
world
The
that has
Bogarty
no
brothers.
food.
Bogarty,
John,
Bogarty,
Jim,
Bo.
and Jack Bogarty out for revenge. They have to find his little brother Mordecai. Mordecai Bogarty. He was always Mom's favorite, but the mom is dead. In a world gone fucking insane. Bogarty brothers.
It was on Rick and
violence,
Morty. Who the
action.
fuck was it? It was some name off of Rick and Morty. I can't remember. None of you guys know what I'm talking about?
The only name I remember is Mr. Poopy Butthole. Which,
That's not
Quality
it.
character.
No, very, very amazing character. Like, he's always been there. He's been there for everyone.
Absolutely.
Until he got shot. Oh, spoiler, sorry.
You ruined it!
Yeah, fuck everyone
You
else.
ruined it, you monster! No one will ever be able to watch a show that takes 15 minutes to watch. And
you
find that out.
And you can find it on YouTube. Sure, you have to watch it in this weird
Hey.
crop screen.
Hey, that's illegal. It's legal.
that's the way Rick would have wanted it.
We don't. advocate illegal use of copyrighted material on this very copyrighted podcast.
Fuck it, break the law.
But not with us. We need the money.
Just don't do it because I said so.
Don't copy this
Very
podcast.
poor.
Leaves poor.
Okay.
Don't listen to the Bolsheviks. Listen to the pure capitalist god that I am, and I will lead you to glory.
We're not making.
Oh, it's Jan Michael Vincent.
Oh, right.
Oh, right. Yeah.
In a world where Jan Michael Vincent needs to save Jan Michael Vincent, we need 2 more for Jan Michael Vincents over here. We don't have enough Jan Michael Vincents in this quadrant. We need Jan Michael Vincent to save us. Jan Michael Vincent is Jan Michael Vincent, and Jan Michael Vincent saves us all, or something like
Same
that.
joke about Mark Wahlberg. God damn it! I literally like years ago. I'm like, well, Mark Wahlberg in Mark Wahlberg in Mark Wahlberg, because every movie he's just him being himself in a movie that would take place like you would think in his life, based on how he is. So like he's just a scowling kid from fucking Brooklyn or Philly or New York, somewhere on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying?
Boston,
right there. It's a fucking Boston.
Get in the car.
It's get in the fucking car. My mom's dead. And I got 2 black brothers because we're adopted because my mom was a fucking saint. And then he just
You
takes
don't call a whore.
Just pump
You don't
action
call
shotgun.
a whore.
Pump action shotgun
and
like
now
gangsters.
they rob banks
Right?
to protect orphans.
It's
It's like they're saving an orphanage by robbing banks.
like you, my black brothers.
Wait, wasn't that the
Racial
Boston
lines have been
Brothers?
washed away, but we gotta kill these fucking Jews because they have all the bank money.
They never robbed any
But I'm
banks.
a Jew.
Right, they did it.
God damn it!
They're still pissed off. So
What, you want to kill my mother? You want to kill my mother? I'm a Jew.
She's
What
a
is- what
Catholic.
you saying?
I was a Jew. All racial lines were washed away. That's why we gotta take these bank Jews to the grave. You know, it's like, oh shit, well, our word just got really weirdly racist.
It's like when I was talking about that movie, Crank, except it's starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's just 8 hours of that.
Just like right from the start, they're just like, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you've been infected by a poison that will kill you if your heart rate is not. And he just breaks through a wall. He's just like, he doesn't do any cocaine. He doesn't do any fucking drugs. He doesn't do any of that shit. He doesn't fuck his
He just
girlfriend.
Arnold
about
Schwarzenegger.
He just Arnold Schwarzenegger's the entire fucking movie. Just like, oh, dude, we killed a horse with that.
He's holding the horse in his hands, like crying because the horse is a majestic beast that deserves love.
What? Just like throwing things through walls. Just.
I just imagine one massively wide shot, just
He just walks into like
destruction.
he just walks into a brothel with like 20 women, and just 20 minutes later is out the door, and all those women are just disheveled and like rolled up on the floor, like what just happened,
Like a
with
huge
like piles of money all over them.
That's the thing, is that Arnold Schwarzenegger never did any of that in any of his movies.
He never took a woman to Pound Town. That's
He
right.
never did.
He never got to see. Did
He
you ever get
never
to see,
did any drugs.
You got to see Arnie Butt, but you never got to see him take a girl to Pound
That's
Town.
why I'm saying it would be amazing if they made a Crank movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Because then
Just
he might take him to Pound Town. Okay.
no, he would not.
Why not?
Because he's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
Would he take a maid to Pound Town?
No,
Like an ugly maid to Pound Town?
no.
Why not?
Yeah, no, he's into like really like overweight Mexican maids, like no, senor, oh, senor, and then just like 10 minutes later, just
It's the future.
Mariah, you were the best love I've ever had. And he just goes running through a wall. 'Cause he still has the thing in his body.
Oh, dude, that would totally explain why they ended up having to get divorced. Because the only person he could bang was the Mexican maid.
Something
And
about
it's
that.
like, it's just like,
Something. There's something about subservience, ethnicity, and broken English that just gets that man fucking hard.
He probably had more in common with the maid than he did with the, like...
Yeah, broken English. They both don't understand each other because their English is so broken on both sides. They just they don't need words. They just and he's like saying, "Please get behind the corners." I saw a mouse back there one time. He set the traps for me.
Maria's just like, oh, he's so good with the maid staff. I
Pays him well.
I
Treats,
love him more, even more every day.
but he only
It's
likes the
like-
chubby one. Like,
He's just trying to tell them, these are the codes to defeat Skynet. And she's just not getting it.
see,
Lost in translation. It's just all lost in translation.
there's not even a translation. It can't even be lost. It's just gurgling.
Get loose, Jumper!
Okay, so you're doing shrooms and meth.
Yes.
In order
Okay, so let's get back to
to
this story.
communicate with the satellites.
No, not in order to communicate the
Okay,
silence.
sorry.
It
Sorry.
made me more in tune
In tune. Okay, giving up
with the psychic vibrations.
the psychic vibrations of the satellites. Okay.
with my crystals
Okay.
and
The crystal meth or with crystals.
both.
So crystals and crystals.
Yes,
Okay.
crystals and crystals. Crystals on crystals on crystals on crystals. Yeah,
That's pretty terrifying.
it was awful.
So, how'd you come down, or who'd you come down on? Like, what? How did that work out?
Basically,
Were there cops?
no.
Wow, that's
Wasn't
pretty
there-
good.
I thought you told me stories of where there's a couple cop-like incidences. That's not where it ended, though.
Well, no, we're talking about this
there was
particular
that was
instance.
on my suicide attempt. I had 2 suicide attempts,
Oh,
like
okay.
based off of it. Like taking this to a darker place now
No,
because
don't be a quitter. Come on.
it's not funny. It's not funny anymore
Just
when you
hand him
want
a
to just
gun.
like fucking die. I don't know. Fuck it. Anyways, so yeah, there was a point where, yeah, I don't know, cops, but before that, no, for like 2 years there were no cops whatsoever, ever.
So you were okay. You got your crystals on crystals.
Just fucking bonkers.
With your shrooms, your crystals and crystals, and for 2 years, and you were just riding that psychic vibration wave.
Like, I can
And-
see your satellites, I know where you are, and you're just watching
so
me. And
what was that thing that broke? What was the wave that crested over your hill and broke you out of that sequence?
just realizing that, I mean, I'm not psychic. I'm just not.
Then what have you been doing to my head this whole time? Have you been feeling it?
No, I have a hat.
Best answer.
Why didn't I have a
Also,
hat?
we're shielded by tinfoil here, so
But technically, it's aluminum. There's aluminum sheet. It's in between plastic.
no, this is amazing stuff. I'm kind of like wishing that I had it for my car.
Holy Christmas!
Winco.
You wrap yourself up in this baby. You'll keep your body heat good for a couple hours.
I'm not worried about body heat. I'm
Yeah,
worried about
well-
keeping like the heat out at this point. But yeah, thermal blanket, that makes sense with like
Yeah.
in the winter. Yeah,
It keeps it 99% of body heat. But yeah,
dude.
it's very good for like windows. Yeah.
It's like you get a sheet of it for 50 cents at the grocery store. They have it in the camping aisle.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I think I got these for like 30 cents a sheet, but I haven't been able to find anything lower than that on Amazon.
So if I just make myself like a nice little like 2 foot by 3 foot by 2 foot box, then I could fetal position inside of that and be comfortably air conditioned for just like a
I'm not
half
going
an
to
hour.
guarantee that.
Don't do this at home, kids.
If I fart though,
Potato.
huh?
If you reverse it, you will be a baked potato, though.
If I fart, then it's all just gone to waste.
Well, I mean, it's an insulator slash. I mean, it basically anything. It's an insulator, so any heat coming won't be able to come. Like, can go through like infrared. Like, I think infrared can still go through it. I'm not sure.
No, infrared cannot go through aluminum.
I can't remember. I don't know. You know, it's not perfect. Let's put
So
it
wait,
that way.
there's like a reverse side to this?
Well, because there's like plastic on both sides, and then the aluminum is put in the middle.
I don't know. I mean,
So
everything
plastic-
I've heard about this stuff is that there's. I mean, doesn't matter which side you put up. I mean, if you put it
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
window,
it works either way.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just because it's basically just plastic, aluminum sheet, and then plastic on the other side. Because it's just the plastic is there just to keep it.
Can I
get
bake
strength.
with it?
Can you bake with it?
I mean, like, do drugs.
It's got plastic.
I
don't
don't.
want to melt the plastic.
I don't know.
Don't smoke.
Why the fuck would I know that?
That's awfully protesting of you, man.
I don't think you would
You're
want.
like, no. Why are you asking? Shut up! Shut up!
I don't think you want to because of the petroleum products in the plastic.
Yeah, probably not for the best of everything.
I mean, just get aluminum foil.
Well, aluminum you shouldn't have in your body anyway. It's not really great for you. So.
Right?
Chris, it's funny when you said baking. My mind went immediately to solar oven. Because you could do a solar oven if you get yourself a Fresnel lens pointed at the sun.
Well,
and you can make yourself a honey baked ham.
Does it reflect? I mean, I guess it does reflect then.
Yeah, but it would probably melt.
The plastic layer.
Yeah, and then Chris, it's the aluminum layer is so thin.
I think you can make like a sun oven out of the lens you're talking about in a black box.
Well,
yeah, it's black usually. Like
pretty much a Fresnel lens. Like if you can get one out of a projection screen TV, they're all over the place. And just pull that sucker out of there, and you point. It's just basically like a giant magnifying glass, and it's like you could just set things on fire, and you just got to angle it right. And you can, in less than 15 minutes, you could set things on fire.
So what if you could get like a solar panel that's like a little dish, right? Like about the size of a plate, like a dinner plate. Put it in the middle of somewhere and then have just a bunch of those lenses in like a dome shape. And just rig something up with like PVC pipe and just leave it there all. And then like just angle them to where no matter where the sun is, like they will always be pointing at the...
The problem is you have to harden the solar cell.
So it doesn't melt.
So it doesn't melt. Most solar cells are designed in a pattern so that they have a maximum temperature. Once they reach maximum temperature, then they stop producing, which is frustrating because if you look at the best way to do it is like with a supercell that can stand a huge amount of heat. There's been some experimentation with supercells. Like, with super hardened cells.
There's like solar marbles.
Yeah, which it makes a lot more sense to have a strong solar concentrator on a super efficient cell than it does to have your whole roof covered in
it takes
cells.
up less space and it's more efficient. Because the solar marble being spherical, like most of its surface will be touching the sun in some way or being in contact with it.
But what's the maximum range of these things?
What do you mean?
They're
not wireless.
It's an individual recording device.
Oh, it's individual recording device?
Yeah, they're just...
Oh, so there's 4 different feeds.
Yeah, and then I just drop them into a single recording. That's why I have to clap.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I was worried about when I was taking a piss, I was like, I'm going to be recording over everybody else recording.
Nah.
We weren't recording anyway.
Well, I mean, whatever, I was just going to edit all that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do want an uncensored version of that first episode, though.
Sure.
Uncensored, yes.
Yeah. I really aching.
Life is raw.
I've been aching.
Life is gritty.
I've been looking forward to this too. Like,
life tastes like bacon.
Until it hurts.
My
your
stomach
insides.
cannot take so much of it. But
Like bacon and
it just loves eating all of it. All the bacon.
bacon in the glass.
oof.
It's like bacon out of a wine glass, just like swishing it around.
I was thinking like
Ah,
sharks.
this vintage.
I wonder why they swish.
So very fine.
They swish alcohol in wine glasses.
I'll
It's
tell you
to
why.
air it out.
Yeah.
No, it's thickness.
Air it.
No, it's to aerate it.
No, it's thick. It's detect the thickness of it.
No, it's to aerate it.
No, it's detect the thickness.
Dude, you can.
I heard this from
a
some I don't know how to say this because it's fucking French.
sommelier.
Sommelier.
Yeah.
They say when you do it, what you do is you watch for the liquid to go against the glass, and then when it recedes, you see how long it takes for the liquid to
So
recede.
that's viscosity.
Yeah, they're looking for viscosity. Thank you.
Who
But
gives a fuck about the viscosity?
Especially, apparently,
The
it
sommelier,
matters.
apparently, yeah.
Like I don't know. That's what he said. He says,
Is that when you know if it's good wine or not?
yeah, if
I
it's
mean,
thick.
it's a good
I
pair
mean-
with whatever you're eating.
Did you drink it and you just liked it, but then you swish it and you're like, oh no, that's a
These
shitty
people
wine.
take wine and make it way more complicated than it needs to be. It needs to just taste good, and it needs to get you fucking drunk, and that's it.
So this is what I've always known from everybody who ever showed me swishing wine.